Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session of Around the Block Industry Talk with Mr. Akhil Damodaran. My name is Supriya. I'm from IDS and I'm delighted to host this exciting discussion on the latest trends and insight on blockchain industry. Today, we are here to explore the innovative landscape of blockchain technology. The purpose of Around the Block Industry Talk session is to facilitate a dynamic platform for founders, representatives of companies, influential personalities to share their expertise with us. So we are honored to have our guest, Mr. Akhil Damodaran. He is a highly experienced professional with a background spanning the telecom, IT, aviation, and educational industries. Presently, he holds the position of Dean School of Management in IILM University. Before joining IILM University, Akhil was the cluster head of Emergent Vertical in the School of Business at UPES. In the past, he has worked with the France Telecommunication Group and Tata Communications Limited. Beyond his role at IILM, Akhil is also a founder and CEO of Elteridium, a blockchain smart contract firm specializing in public-private partnership. His involvement extends to various other organizations, including advisory member of IVIVI Tech Solution, a leading artificial intelligence company. He was a partner Pursuitix Advisory Service and advisor in Fit Syndicate, a token-based blockchain startup. Additionally, he serves as a mentor for IIT's Bombay Entrepreneurial Cell and functions as a regional mentor for the Atal Tinkering Labs under Niti Aayog. In 2012, he achieved recognition as a recipient of the Esteemed Celebrity 40 Under 40 Supply Chain Achievers Award. Akhil has a diverse educational background encompassing a bachelor's degree in electronics and instrumentation engineering from RGPV, a postgraduate degree in management from IIT Delhi, a degree in competition law from the National Law University Delhi, and a PhD in management from UPS. So that's an amazing background that Mr. Akhil Damodaran has. Without any further ado, let's dive into our discussion. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Akhil. So, sir, to kickstart things, can you please give us an overview about your company and the core services it provides?
First of all, Supriya, thank you so much for inviting me. And I hope everybody can hear me clearly. I mean, my sound is coming
Yes,
through.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so before I start, see the concept of Elteridium started from my PhD. That is how it got started. So what happens is in public-private partnership, there are many stakeholders who are involved. To be very frank, what happens in public-private partnership is that this is a government contract. The private company comes and do the work. You have highways, railway, airports. Like for example, your GMR Delhi airport, right? You're able to hear me. Uh,
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
I saw some clipping. So GMR Delhi airport, railway, all these things are PPP projects. So there is a private party who gets a contract of a government asset. So as government asset is airport or railway or highways, all the highways you see, there are PPPs. So what happens is highway, the road belongs to government, but the contractor will do the work for 7 8 years, and then they will charge a toll. And when the toll amount is reaching the profit return, what they have actually contracted, after that it becomes free. So the road becomes clear for all. So anyway, so this is the PPP. So in PPP, there are many people who are involved. The government, the banks, the vendors, suppliers, the private contractors, and the subcontractors as well, and a lot for them. And today in India, the market valuation of total PPP projects in India is almost crossing $800 billion. Okay, $800 billion. So it's a
Impressive.
the problem with PPP is first, because of so many stakeholders involved, monitoring them becomes a much difficult part. For a regulator of the government, monitoring whether the PPP is happening right way, the projects is happening right way, the transactions are happening right way, is a difficult job. Maintaining the quality is also a difficult job. It all depends on many other things. And maintaining the perception that they are able to charge affordably to the customer is also a difficult job because the private party can charge abusively high sometimes. So what happens is all these things becomes much more difficult because a lot of stakeholders involved, a lot of different source of funding, a lot of different banks, etc. So that was the first part of my research, and because of which what happened is we have developed a complete standalone. We realized that whether blockchain has the answer for this one. Then we realized the basic feature of blockchain, immutability and traceability. These are the two things which are actually the core element which is required for people. Because if you are able to trace things well, second thing is whatever transaction be done, whatever data be recorded is immutable. These two things will give PPP much more accountability and much more better the PPP can be accountable, traceable, and we are able to see exactly what is happening. So with that, we made a team. So the team consists of Mr. Rakesh Kumar Upadhyay. He was a former chairman of PSNL. At the same time, we also have Mr. S.L. Bankar. He was the member of Competition Commission of India. Okay. And Dr. K.V. Damodaran, he was the advisor for airports before in PPP model. And me. All of us together created this firm called LTD. The LTD's main proposition is first, we are creating smart contracts in terms of blockchain for PPP. So now the second question comes in, is smart contract creation difficult? Not at all. Any decent blockchain companies can create smart contract. Not at all, Rosh. Issue is to understand the laws and bylaws and legal and regulatory aspect of PPP and creating a smart contract. I mean, it's not. It's like if you have a robot and but whether you can create code for automation, it's easy. But can you make it create the roti like your mother makes exactly same way? That needs expertise. Somebody who can exactly do that. So that is what matters. So we are the only firm at this moment in India which is completely creating expertise blockchain based PPP solutions. So the second thing comes is what all services we offer. The first service we offer is to create smart contracts, as I said to you. Okay. And we have given demos as well as we have also implemented in the small projects of PVP in collaboration with Blockchain for Productivity Forum. That's a forum which has a chairman called Supriya Gupta. I think you may also know about that forum. With that, second thing, we also give advice to public sector in terms of exactly how blockchain can be implemented on those things. Third, we also have a work with AI in the sense we have created a customized GPT, which I can even share with you in this forum in which we are talking to
Sure.
each other,
Yeah.
in which a customer can ask any question related to PPP, blockchain, or what are the laws of India, what are the things they should look forward to when you're bidding the contract, how to bid the contract, or if you want any help in terms of coding. The complete GPT that we have created has the expertization of me, Dr. K.V. Damodaran, Rakesh Kumar Upadhyay, and the blockchain core engine. So it helps the customer have a complete solution in terms of the issues of PPP in India or challenges and how to mitigate that as a consultant. Right? And it exactly talks about exactly how the PPP solution works. So if a person want to venture into PPP first time, you don't need to go work or anything. Go to our site, just click the GPT, and you can start working in it directly without any problem. You want further consultation? Come to us. I mean, we are not charging them for the GPT at all, but we are saying, okay, we have the solution. Please check it out. If it works for you, good. We are doing for charity. But the same thing is, if you want more of it, please come to us. Okay. So our model works in such a way that creating a smart contract itself is not a big thing. So what happens is our model works in this way. Our client let's say it's railway or airport, whatever you can say, or the public sector. We see the infrastructure, we see their need, we see evaluate their whole stakeholders. Accordingly, we create the smart contract solutions because one size cannot fit all. So we basically are a consulting company with a developer angle to it. It is our expertise in PPP, which is the main core competency of this company. Now, if you look at the market in which we are working in, PPP market, as I said, is an $800 billion market, and we are the current only player in the blockchain field who are in PPP at this moment. Yeah. That's the first. I don't want to hold you more. This is the first answer I can give. Sure.
Great, great. So, sir, moving ahead, as a founder and CEO, what inspired you to venture into blockchain and smart contracts? What was the motivation behind it? So, we want to know.
So, the first motivation I would say was that, okay, let me put this way. So, I'm always passionate about technology first. Okay, and I mean, from the days when the computers became more commercials in India, I'm talking about the early 2000s, when I was hardly seventh or sixth standard. From that time onwards, I was very good with coding and the computers, etc. And I was very passionate. I'm not saying that's a big USP. I mean, there are many who do that. But then, when I was doing my PhD, then I realized the first time that the blockchain, when I was reading it is the only technology which was supposed to bridge the gap between the economics and marketing and social economic parameters, regulation, legal, and virtual world, that is metaverse. So I recently gave a TEDx talk in TEDx, and I have said that the world in the next 10 years will not look exactly like the way we think of. So because of blockchain, that will become your governing layer, the main layer where all the cryptocurrency, the token, that becomes your digital currency. So you have CBDC for example. Top of it will be the metaverse, where you have virtual world altogether, the offices and everything. That governing is done by blockchain because every image recording, traceability, all will be taken care by blockchain. And the whole metaverse will be regulated by AI. That will be the enhancing. It will see whether my response is good or not, and how to enhance it, how to see the customers are doing well. That will be taken by AI. They are not three different technologies. So my passion, as I said, the first time it clicked to me that all these three are together, and that's how my interest in blockchain increased. Now you may ask you, Akhil, how does it play LTV? Again, my question is, LTV is providing smart contract solution for PPP. But it also, when I say smart contract, it also provides the digital contract in terms of the laws, bylaws, everything in the computer frame. Now, tomorrow, when the metaverse is going to be much more bigger, it is going to be much more bigger. Don't bother about whether ChatGPT is a server. It is going to be much more bigger because Facebook, everybody is investing, it will go bigger. You need PPP solution in the digital world as well. That's where we come in picture. I mean, in the sense, you will find a lot of. I mean, for example, you, Supriya. I mean, you may have read legal studies and everything, as you assuming that. But when you come in digital world, there's nobody who is doing it,
Correct.
right? And you don't even know how to relate that for that matter, right?
Hmm.
That is where we come in picture completely. That in the sense that tomorrow there will be a lot of government projects. For example, monuments. Okay, monuments. They have Taj Mahal, everything. You have a complete NFT or a digital world created in metaverse. People can watch it by paying ticket price, and that money through blockchain goes to the government. The government uses that money to for the repair and maintenance of the actual monument of the physical world. So in the global market, you have lot bigger work to do in terms of blockchain metaverse. They're one. They're one. See, the reason why blockchain is not has not seen that growth the way it was supposed to see, because blockchain's main capacity is to create a digital asset in the digital world. That's why you see cryptocurrency or the digital images, NFTs. When you see all those things as a normal commercial market, you don't see an application of it. Okay, see, let me put it that way. Uh, uh, the internet was never famous. It is Amazon, the Facebook, the Google who created the applications out of internet by which internet became famous. So blockchain is always going to be a back-end solution. I don't need to promote blockchain. That's why most of the companies make a mistake. They promote blockchain. That I'm doing work in blockchain. Blockchain is the back-end solution. The utility which you're going to give on ground is going to be the big thing. And for that, you need to see all these three things together. And that is how the main world which we are looking at. And that's how the whole blockchain is going to be the big, I'm telling you frankly, I mark my words, right? 2028 to 30, I think blockchain is going to be a big governing layer in most of the computer ecosystem. NVIDIA is creating it, or ChatGPT, OpenAI is creating it, or anybody. You will find a lot of things. Even deepfake. The deepfake, the main core answer isn't blockchain. That you have a source accountability where the video goes through blockchain. The source and accountable person who created it. I mean, that is where the world has to move. So that's the main passion by which I would become more enthusiastic to blockchain. I said this is the root of the next iteration of internet. Yeah, that's it. Sorry.
Yeah. Nice, sir. You have given answer to a lot of questions. So, as you know that this blockchain technology is rapidly evolving right now, what are the key trends that you have noticed right now in the market that you think is going to be big in the future?
So I'll tell you one thing. First thing, NFTs are going to take a big role play in the front end as more and more the gamification metaverse is going to be bigger. Because as I said before, the first question, blockchain is standalone, it's not a technology. It is a part of a different ecosystem. Second thing, I assure you, AI governance, which is a big world topic, will have a key core point through blockchain. I mean, the blockchain will have a key, the governance mechanism for which the AI and everything will be taken care of. So I mean, that's the two things which I think the main uh, work where AI will blockchain will work in. Second, where I feel that blockchain has a real big role to play. Please, it's not because of me working in Elteridium, is the public sector. See, the challenges which blockchain solves is actually, immutability, traceability. These are the features of blockchain. More than a normal app creation, which is possible in the internet, normal Web 2.2 as well. You can't differentiate why blockchain is doing a great job in that. But in public sector, where documentation becomes a problem, recording is a bigger issue, traceability becomes a much bigger issue, and God knows how many verification issues happens in government. That is where the bigger picture of blockchain works in the normal market concern. That's why I'm saying if you look at cryptocurrency market, you will always have legal regulatory issues coming. I don't see a uh, big roadmap of cryptocurrency. I feel that metaverse may take up that role. I mean, in the sense that tokenization, NFTs, or CBDC may take up that role. But the real core raw blockchain as a core, I think it will have a big role to play public sector. The reason it is slow is that because it is the complexities of public sector and the execution becomes slow, and that's the reason it is slow. But I think that is where the bigger market is.
Great. Nice. It was really nicely explained by you. And all of the viewers, I hope you are getting all the points that sir is covering. So now moving ahead, we would like to know a success story that I want you to share some success story with our audience, our students to get motivated and start working in blockchain. Any particular one that has a significant impact on your professional journey.
Okay, so to be very frank, let me put it straight that from okay, I was an average throughout my schooling. Okay, so I was not a topper of the class or something. So I think my parents also having always tension that with what Akhil will do in the next coming career. I think that is very common to the people who are in school. So that was a bigger issue. But what I realized was that if I compare myself with my friends and everything, two three things which made my life better and what inspired me that also I'll tell you. The first thing was that I would always recommend everybody that never stop working hard. I mean, there is actually no secret for success. Okay, and second thing, which in my own life I have seen is, for example, life is more of a, like a snake ladder game. Okay, so sometimes you get the dice number one, and your colleague is going to get a dice number six. That doesn't mean the colleague who is going to be going forward in the game is winning more compared to you. Any snake can bite and he can go back to zero. So I mean that is how life is. So I mean my I got placed in Tata Communication, and my initial salary was hardly 12,000. I was in 2009. My friend who got into Satyam at that time, and his salary was at that time 27,000. 2009 I was talking about. But within 1 year, because of economic crisis, Satyam did not give the offer letter to those them, and I was the first person to join the company, because Tata Communication gave me the offer and Satyam did not. So initially, what looked like to me that the other person is ahead of me, I realized that that is not the way the world works. Life is very unpredictable. So the only thing I tell you, the students, is that always make sure that you work hard. I mean, okay, let me also give you one more example. After my MBA from IIT Delhi, I wanted to be a consultant. So I applied to many consulting firms. Some of them, and I got an offer also from one. But then some way something happened, and I was not able to join. And at that time, I got an offer from education sector. The first my company called UPS, and they said, why can't you join as a faculty? And I was like thinking that whether this is the right career for me or not, whether this is a right growth for me or not. I don't even know, because after MBA, I mean, very few people think of getting into teachings. But then somehow my parents also said to me, Akhil, what options you have? You're going to pass out from your MBA. After that, we don't know what will happen next. तो अभी ऑफर मिला, आप ले लो, बाद में देखते हैं क्या करना है, हो सकता है आप इंडस्ट्री में करना है. That is 2014. And after that, I realized most of my success came, even including blockchain, when I was in teaching. ठीक है, मतलब इंडस्ट्री में, when I was working in industry, I was not getting so much recognition the way I got when I was in teaching. Fastly, I became HOD. After that, I became dean now, and I have a startup which is working fine. All these things happened after teaching. So life, what I'm telling to all youngsters is, don't plan too much your life. Okay, it doesn't work accordingly. But the only thing I want to say is that like making your body fit the same way, you should always work hard to improve your skills, because when the opportunity is going to knock, you don't know. So it's better to be prepared with it, and when you get an opportunity which is world class, then also don't stop working hard, because the day you become complacent, I mean, that becomes a much more bigger issue. So I mean, in my life, I would say that many things which I thought are badly happening in my life came out to be the best thing happened in my life in the longer term. So I mean, that's why I was saying that it is important to keep working hard. Don't plan too much. Don't, and one more thing, last but not least, don't join the herd. If I'm telling you how good you are, how topper you are, how best you are, if you're among the 1,000, nobody cares. Nobody cares. And I'm telling you, most of the startups who are doing well, see, the reason they're doing well is not that the company is the best. This is because they are giving something unique, at least at this moment, than others. And that is what even applicable for an individual. It is important that you be unique compared to others. That's your USP. If you become an influencer, if you were something, it's always because you're unique compared to others. So always make sure that you don't join the herd. If you look different from others, that's not an issue. It's absolutely a boon. You should keep working hard and making sure that don't plan too much. I mean, that's the only thing which I want to say. It looks more boring, but I'm telling you, all those listeners here, long term, you will come back to be say you're the right person, because seriously, don't plan anything in your life. Best thing what to do is, whatever you have in your hand, give your best, do much more hard work, read a lot, and understand what is happening around the world. And that's the only short way to get anything in life. The rest is your destiny.
Absolutely, absolutely, sir. So moving ahead, uh, sir, can you tell us where do you see the future of public-private partnership evolving with integration to blockchain technology?
Okay, so as I said before as well, but
Yeah.
just to extend the point,
Yes.
PPP is currently $800 billion market, and PPP is never going to go because PPP is the only way the government is able to make sure that the private party can work with them without ownership. I
Hmm.
mean, so I mean, their land, government's land, and everything it is protected by government, so they will eventually go for PPP. How much challenging it is? It's always going to be PPP. Whether PPP is going to increase? Yes. In the next coming time, infrastructure, how much they're increasing the infrastructure, PPP is going to be much bigger role to play.
Hmm.
What blockchain is going to do, I would really say that blockchain in the current form may or may not become successful, but may get modified in certain form, and it will become successful in the PPP area, especially when the PPP is going to enter the digital market, the digital world era. In the sense, the government wants to have an asset in metaverse. The government want to have something in documentation in the digital ecosystem. That's where blockchain has a bigger role to play. And I think with that, I think I would really say by 2030, you will see the blockchain market in the PPP will be around $5 to $6 billion almost.
Sounds great. So, sir, as a founder, what are your aspirations for your company in next 5-10 years?
Aspiration is very simple. I see my company by 2028 or 29 is going to be $100 million company. Aspiration कम रखता ही नहीं कभी भी ठीक
रखना
है
भी नहीं चाहिए सर.
रखना नहीं चाहिए मतलब ठीक है जो होगा देखा जाएगा बट आई शुड हैव अ लेस एस्पिरेशन ठीक है सो $100 million कंपनी होगा एंड आई विल बी मोर हैप्पी आई एम सीरियस अराउंड से माय ड्रीम इज टू मेक श्योर दैट in every corner of PPP,
Hmm.
Elteridium should be known. Much more than the money which I make. I would really say that Elteridium should be known in the public sector era. That there's a company which works. For example, if you go to airports, so there's a
Hmm.
company called SITA, Society of International Telecommunication Aeronautics, SITA, which provides all the check-in system and everything. So in airport, it's known brand. It's a known brand. In the same way, I want Elteridium to be the best known alternative for the PPP solution in the government sector. That's the main aspiration which I have.
So, sir, how can our listeners connect with you and get involved in the projects or connect with you to have any questions if they have about LTDTM?
So I would say that first of all, you can connect me through my website, or best is to connect with me in LinkedIn. I think that's the best way to move forward too, because we are more of a consultant, so it's better to you can have a one-to-one interaction with us. So I would say that you can connect us in LinkedIn, and I think we will take it move forward. Yeah.
Before wrapping up, is there anything that you would like to share to our aspiring blockchain entrepreneur? Any final thought, piece of advice?
Final piece of advice. Okay. Let me put it straight. Uh, we are currently in the same stage as internet was in 1993-94. In a sense, people know it has a lot of potential, but nobody knows where it is going to go. Okay, so there are a lot of people betting in it. Some are risky bets. So you will find a lot of companies going up and down. But as I said before, lot of company died during internet era. Lot of company died, but internet never died. The same way, lot of companies will come and go. So don't lose hope that blockchain doesn't have a future. It is waiting for the right leader to come. It can be me, it can be you, it can be somebody else.
Correct.
So I would say that keep working hard, keep exploring, and don't be part of the herd. If you're part of the herd, you will be getting into the same blockchain messes which others are doing around the world. See the right problem on the ground and try to solve the solution. Because if you look at, I'm taking too much time because I'm a teacher, so I take too much time. Sorry for so small questions, but if you look at around the world, most of the companies who are much bigger and much successful are actually solving a problem which nobody else does.
Hmm.
And most of the startups who have good valuation but become dumb, completely shut down, is because they are actually not solving any great problem on the ground. So blockchain is waiting for the right problem to solve. I would say to all the founders that find the right problem first. Once you're convinced that there is a problem and I need to solve it, then you see whether this blockchain, AI, or metaverse, or whatever it is, whatever the emerging technologies which can be applied to solve the problem. That is much more easier and a more confident approach than anything else. And rest, as I said, Web3 is going to come no matter what. But the form may change. So be watchable and see.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite the audience to join us. Here in the screen, you can see a QR code that is displayed. You can connect to sir on his official LinkedIn ID. We will give the LinkedIn ID here in the QR. Also, you can visit his website for more inquiry. Follow us on social media, and all the upcoming around the block updates will be given on our Discord community. So make sure to scan the QR and join all the social media. It's a pleasure, sir, to have you. We are taking a very important piece of advice from you is to be unique. And we hope everyone found this session informative and engaging. Have a great day. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for all. Thank you.